This is Dakota Meyer, and you're watching Fox and Friends.
City streets and damn country roads, while we dream a little bigger and walk a little taller in our shoes. No, we can't help it, and we can't hide it. We're born and raised, stand behind it. Wanna hand over heart, like in the art attitude. Shine still, that's the pride of America.
I love it when they're singing about America. First thing in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, the Concerned Vets for America today is kicking off the Defend America tour right here, Defend Freedom Tour right here at Fox and Friends. And there's Ayla Brown.
You know what? How great is she? Daughter of Senator Scott Brown, who served this great nation as well. And you know what? She's incredible. The song Pride of America, she's been touring, visiting our military men and women throughout the years. And to wake up with the sound of patriotism this morning is incredible. We thank you for being with us this morning. Defend Freedom Tour officially kicking off.
Hey, let's listen a little.
Why we dream a little bigger and walk a little taller in our shoes.
And by the way, it's so hard to get a crowd here at this hour, unless, of course, they're mostly veterans and the families of veterans. They were here in the rain this morning.
Absolutely.
They don't need it. Half of them were in the infantry before. This is a day of vacation.
The good
Packing the
news,
plaza already.
the good news is the rain is. It was a little rainy about an hour ago. If you're thinking about coming to 48th and 6th Avenue today, come on down. We're going to feed you breakfast, too, provided you want barbecue for breakfast.
You know,
the
always thought among those who fight is fight them over there so they don't come over here. Hashtag Defend Freedom Tour. Its first stop is right here in our veranda on our field turf on the outside of our building. Now, guys, we've been doing the concert series for a long time. We've had the biggest bands, and this is the the earliest arriving crowd in the rain.
Absolutely.
3/4 of those people there are veterans, or most 3/4 are also out of state.
They are packing the plaza right here for the Defend Freedom Tour. Come join us, 48th and 6th, right here at Fox and Friends. A great cause, a great crowd, and we're giving you breakfast.
That's right. Meanwhile, let's tell you. You know what? We put out the word a couple of days ago that we were going to start the Defend Freedom Tour here at Fox and Friends. We thought maybe we'd get 20 or 30 people. Let me count. 24, 25, 26. We got about 300
We got a few
people
out there,
already.
absolutely.
And Pete Hegseth, the guy who runs Concerned Veterans for America, joins us live. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the guy who's been defending freedom on the channel for a while. Pete, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. We're honored to be here.
Why don't these people show up today? It was raining when they got here.
Oh, boy, it was pouring when they got here. It stopped just in time. But as we said, that's just a great Army day if it's raining on us, right? It doesn't bother us one bit. This is because we believe in America. We believe it's special. We believe in the freedom and prosperity, and we're going to fight to defend it.
I got a feeling that a number of the people who are here today are very concerned about what's going on at the VA. Am I right about that? Now, Pete, you've been on our program a number of times because Washington, we heard from the president. He said he's going to fix it.
Yeah.
A year later, you know, people are nodding, oh, we fixed it. Turns out they fudged the wait times once again. Things are not getting better. People like this, people all across the country are very concerned.
Unfortunately, a year after the scandal, things at the VA have not changed because the culture hasn't changed.
Right.
And a lot of veterans have choice cards, but they still don't have a lot of choice because the gatekeeper's not letting them through on the appointments in the private sector. So a group like Concerned Veterans for America has built a plan called the Veterans Independence Act that would give veterans the option to go out if they can't be seen in a timely manner at the VA, then why not be able to go to a private physician in their neighborhood and get quality and timely care?
Absolutely. That makes the perfect sense.
It makes complete sense, but they can't right now.
When the VA hospital system got started, it kind of made sense. If people came back with very specialized injuries, you would go to these big centers. But now you can get that kind of treatment in a lot of different places.
Precisely. It's we built it in the 1940s and 50s because they needed a distinct hospital system. It's the 21st century. Let's give veterans the same options that VA employees and members of Congress have for their health care. It makes basic sense.
Right. Okay, all these people are going to be here throughout the morning. Tell us about the Defend Freedom Tour 2015.
This is just the first stop, and we're honored to have it here at Fox and Friends. You can't beat it. Right here on 48th and 6th Avenue in downtown Manhattan. It's awesome. But we've got 22 more stops across the country over the course of the summer and into the fall. Folks can go to DefendFreedomTour.com. You're going to hear from Ayla Brown, Madison Rising, the most patriotic rock band in America.
Fantastic.
Sean Parnell, Karen Vaughn, an amazing crew of veterans are going to be at every stop, and a lot of special guests too. I saw David Webb in the crowd. He's going to be at some events with us. Just awesome folks from Fox and a lot of patriots out on the tour all summer long, working to mobilize vets and military families to fight for the freedom and prosperity that we love, because we could be a block and a powerful one for America if we organize.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Hegseth. Very nice.
Thank you, guys.
Not too late. Stop on by if you're going to work or just cruising through New York City. If you're sitting in a hotel right now, drop by 48th and 6th Avenue. We're going to be going strong until 9 o'clock this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause for
you guys.
Defending Freedom. All right, Brian and Elizabeth, back into you.
Gosh, I love it here. That is incredible, to say the least. Look at that. Patriotic packed plaza right now for the Defend Freedom Tour.
Coming from out of town to join the tour, some are going to do the entire tour. He just goes through most of the east and central part of America. Meanwhile,
Not about themselves, but about the idea of America. Oh yeah, 'cause we need a hero, someone to show us the way. We need a hero who speaks for the people and what we have to say. 'Cause we still believe this land of the free is still America. Oh, yeah. We still believe in the land of the free.
Defend Freedom Tour 2015. Kick it off today here at Fox and Friends. I was out there earlier and talked to the crowd, and over half of them have driven over 100 miles to be here on this Friday morning to kick it off, because it's that important to them. Most of them are veterans, and they know there are a lot of issues facing American veterans that are not being addressed, and unless they make some noise, nobody's going to help them.
We'd love to have you join us at our Patriotic Plaza right now for the Defend Freedom Tour. Madison Rising rocking out right now. And there's breakfast, by the way. Join the crowd. It is a great cause and a great day to be out there.
absolutely. And Pete Hegseth will tell us more. I'm about to meet a Gold Star mom just around the corner. So somehow, some way, somebody affected by the military serving.
All right, he gave his life for all of us and 21 other SEALs. He tragically lost his life in a chopper crash in Afghanistan, a very famed incident back in 2011. I'm talking about Aaron Vaughn. He has always dreamed of fighting. He's always talked about being a Navy SEAL. And you know what? His parents are keeping his memory alive, and so are you here today by being out here. I'm joined right now by a very familiar face on our network, Karen Vaughn, the very proud mom of Aaron Vaughn. Round of applause for Karen for coming out and being on this tour. Thanks so much. Great to see you. You know, I hate reading, talking about your son passing away. Does it ever sink in that he's not here anymore?
You know, it's amazing how many times you wake up and you just realize again that he's gone, that how final death is. It's honestly a stunning thing to just try to recapture that mental knowledge that he's really gone forever.
Right.
It never sinks.
And it happens in Afghanistan after bin Laden was killed. People think that was the redemption for that. There's a lot of dicey things going on with that chopper crash. But you said to yourself, I miss him. I think about him all the time, but I'm not going to stop fighting for him. What do you mean by that?
You know what? Before Aaron died, I cared about my country. I really did. But I didn't care enough to get up off my couch and actually fight for my nation. And, after my son sacrificed his life in Afghanistan, it felt like the only right thing to do is to come home, get out in this country and fight culturally the battle that he fought kinetically. And I believe in this nation. He believed in this nation. Aaron loved his country, and he loved it enough to give his life for it, and I do too. And so that's what I've got to do, Brian. I've got to get out here and fight for it. I see it going in a direction that doesn't honor the sacrifices that have been made on this nation's behalf.
All you could do is go out and win the wars and fight the wars. If politicians want to blow the way the war ends, that's up to them. But it doesn't mean Aaron's not part of the fighting for the best fighting force in the history of this world. Now, you're going to be part of this 23-city tour. Why is that important?
you know, what do I get to do in this tour? This is the most amazing thing. If you take a loss like I've had, and you get to turn it around, and you get to do something proactive with it, rather than sit on your couch and just wither away as a grieving mother, I get to go across this nation and beg veterans, families, and patriots to join me fighting for this country. And, you know, there is no greater honor than to just be able to get out and fight, Brian, for what Aaron died for. And what so many, I mean, and what we do is we just tell people it's not over. This nation is not lost. I know we are in desperate times. I know we're in frightening times. But it is not over. And I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to take America, they can pry her from my cold, dead hands.
That's a great line. And out in the crowd is not only this war for the last 13 years, Vietnam War, Korea, and some World War II. They're all taking this trip and part of the tour. Thanks so much for having Aaron, and thanks so much for being here, Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Round of applause. We'll be coming back shortly in just a little while, back inside to tell you what's next here on Fox and Friends Friday edition. Thanks so much for coming out, everybody.
That's right. Karen Bourne is fantastic. I love her. I'm noticing a theme, and the theme is freedom, and that is the Defend Freedom Tour kicking off here on our plaza, 48th and 6th Avenue. They're going to be traveling throughout the country, throughout the coming weeks and months. And it is great to have hundreds of patriots gathered here at Fox News Channel.
They sure are. Madison Rising performing Ayla Brown, and it is a packed plaza. Continue to join us here, right here at 48th and 6th at Fox and Friends. Defend Freedom Tour. It's official.
There's two things that are happening that are really good right now. It's bonding. The Vietnam veterans who have been ignored for so long feel a bond with this generation who are great on reaching back. I think that's great. Also, I love the fact that Gold Star moms and families feel like they're not forgotten.
That's right.
And are still included in it, because just because your son or daughter isn't here, it doesn't mean you can't be a part of all this.
Those are great patriots out there. If you would like to join them, join us in the next 90 minutes, and we'll feed you breakfast, because Famous Dave's out there. They're slathering on the barbecue sauce right now.
It's a great Friday here.
Nothing says Friday like barbecue ribs.
Right.
It's a great Friday here on the plaza.
Let me see those flags waving right now. Yes. I didn't like you for messing up my all about me kind of attitude. I almost lost my mind. You got me thinking things I didn't want to think. I was focused on.
There you got Ayla Brown. You know her. She not only a patriot and the daughter of Scott Brown, also one of the gals from American Idol. She's kicking off the Defend Freedom Tour for America right here on Fox and Friends today.
Yeah, and you know, she actually just got married over the summer. And by the way, she's got a brand new album out. It releases on May 5th, so in a couple of weeks, called Let Love In. You can order that right now. It's fantastic.
She sure is, and got a great cause. She travels all over the place for our military men and women. Love her sound that she's here on the plaza. Come join us, 48th and 6th, right here at Fox and Friends today. Defend freedom with us.
Because that's what we're doing, and that's what they're doing.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
All right, this is the Defend Freedom Tour, stop number 1. And this is a pretty pumped up crowd. And this is only stop number 1. The next stop will be in Texas, but right now it's all about New York. To my immediate right, no stranger to this crowd, Sean Parnell, former Army Ranger, and, you know, Outlaw Platoon, bestseller. David Bray with Madison Rising, entertaining you. How good is this guy?
Having a good time.
And Pete Hegseth, almost as cool as the other two, the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America, and the creator of that. And by the way, that is a great...
Check it out. Come to a tour stop. You might get a Defend Freedom Tour jacket, too.
Sean, your book became a bestseller because your story is tremendous. Tell us what happened when you were serving in Afghanistan.
Well, my platoon took 85% casualties, and we were deployed for 485 days. And just to put that into context, you know, the 101st Airborne jumped into D-Day and fought to Hitler's Eagle's Nest in less time than 485 days. And we were there the whole time, front towards enemy. And I wrote the book ultimately to honor their sacrifice, and I joined Concerned Veterans for America to honor the sacrifice of all veterans from every generation.
It's so special, and that's why I think that should be a movie. David, why is it so important for you to be synonymous with the military?
Well, I'm also a veteran myself. I'm Navy Marine Corps, 2nd Battalion, 2nd Marines. Give it a hoorah. And, you know, actually, I consider Madison Rising more of a continuation of my service. You know, I got out a while ago, but I come back with some music. And what we do is a lot of the same way that Sean has done with his book. We honor and support the men and women in uniform who have worn the cloth of our country and are still wearing that flag on their shoulders.
And by the way,
today.
the Marines have just called me. This is the new hairstyle for the U.S. Marines. It's going to be a change. All right, that's true. I'm just going to get confirmation on that. And, Pete, the next stop is Texas, but you're going to be going all summer.
The next stop is Texas. We're going all summer, and all of us will be there. Ayla Brown joined us here up there as well. She's at every single stop, along with Madison Rising and Sean Parnell and Karen Vaughn, who was on earlier, and a great group of special guests. We might even claw you out to a couple of stops, Brian.
Absolutely. As long as you have refreshments, I'll be going. Absolutely. To meet great people like
we've
this.
got, you know, Oliver North, Ellen West, others are going to be joining us as special guests along the tour as well.
You had me at Ayla Brown.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right there.
May 5th, you have a new album, right?
I do. I have a new album coming out on May 5th called Let Love In. So thank you guys for listening to the music today, and God bless our veterans.
By the way, guys, calm down. She just got married, okay? Settle down. We'll clear this whole room. It's just fantastic. What I think I like most about it is you're gluing all the generations together. Korea, Vietnam, and now.
You know, every generation of American warrior has helped build and rebuild this nation, and that's what this is all about.
More Fox and Friends in a few minutes. This is the Defend Freedom Tour. Thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kira.
Absolutely. Thank you.